Young Thomas loved following railway. He'd be out all the time, hoping to catch a new train on his camera.
11:45's coming through soon.
He won't wait for us.
Unfortunately, he didn't take as much notice of the safety signs.
I'm not being late again.
Have we missed it yet? Wait for the 11:45.
Never mind the 11:45.
It must be late again.
Tommy, come on.
It's always held up.
As usual, the fact had everything recorded. All kept classified, you understand.
These recordings, shown for the first time, reveal the extent of Sir Topham Hatt's experiments.
It was horrible watching these engines work on the railways some days. But the tourists wanted to see it. They expected it. And for me, it was work.
But
Series they'd announced. And for his last scene, he had to pull into Wellsworth Station and whistle to the kids on the platform.
Thank you very
was to be the first biofuels locomotive used on the railway.
We fueled her up and everything seemed fine. Then things got out of hand. Locomotive screaming pain. Tried to rinse out fuel tank water. By then it was too late.
Mavis's body would be kept under lock and key indefinitely. In an unexpected U-turn, Sir Topham Hatt would ban fueled engines from being used on the island. They had to put a stop to that, though. Then that turns to Turkey for too great an opportunity. It was literally inside. By the time we were about to act, it was too late. 2 hours following the accident.
Experience. But he had the same reaction Mavis had.
We all breathed a sigh of relief and loaded the injured people aboard. Then it all went wrong.
Fish from the docks to the mainland, across the highest altitude line in the country.
That whole line was treacherous at best, but what Henry was put on there in a
More cost effective, and the line was declared redundant. Dangerous and unnecessary, it came as a shock to the islanders when it was reopened.
train the railway falls. That's flying.
Can you believe they put it in a kid's story? Of course, that fact changed quite a few of the facts.
They couldn't know the points from the main line to a siding were frozen, and the home signal should have been set at danger, but snow had forced it down.
As the train approached the most treacherous part of the line, unnoticed to Henry, his driver and firemen, the points had diverted them to the adjoining siding and right into the path of another train.
Henry's driver and fireman had jumped clear before the crash.
Everyone knew he wouldn't see him again, and everything was sewn up nice and neat for that fat
He set off for the Sodor Research Complex. He had a small amount of burning fuel in his firebox, but he was mostly moving under his own strength. It took Thomas 3 hours to get to the complex, the effort to get there nearly killing him. Thomas arrived at midnight. With no one around, he made his way to the shed where he was created. What he found was the answers to his questions, and many others. Since Sodor Research had become producing bio, sadly, Thomas found the reasons inside. No experience of an experiment on this scale. Ill-planned and unprepared, these procedures had used DNA from the human Thomas and had been as much the real Thomas as the tank engine the world had come to know and love.
Part of the family, the whole island's pop.
This tank engine was no more the real Thomas than all the failed creations made over the 12 months before. This Thomas had all the human Thomas's memories and experiences, but so had all the previous failures. Wilhelm and Hans Goetze had had to learn through trial and error how to bring their Thomas back from the dead on Sodor Island and around the world. In Shed 17, Thomas couldn't discover who he was, but in fact, who he was.